Hi, I'm Alex McCord for thestir.com, and I'm delighted to join this community to stir up some trouble about reality TV. And let's start with the Real Housewives of Miami Season 3. Okay, I feel like there's a sea change with Housewives. It's getting more and more glamorous. I hear gossip from every city that the girls are complaining that it's getting more and more producer-driven and they're getting storyline thrown on their heads. But I think that makes it for better TV. The question is, how long can we call it reality? So, one thing I will say, it's kind of clunky so far with Miami. You have reality where they're in the car, which is kind of low budget, and then you've got these blingy Revlon commercial montages with music, and it looks like they're selling lipstick, and it just needs to be smoother. But I like where it's going. Now, what makes Miami different? Number one, unapologetic headlines. In the other cities, the girls, like in New York, worry about doing good things. In Beverly Hills, they worry about work. But Miami, they worry about beauty and money, and I love it, and bling. So, bling number one, Leah picks Joanna up from an airplane. Now, it's not clear whether Joanna actually flew anywhere or if she's just exiting an airplane to look fabulous. I don't really care. They're catching up in the car on the way to their next destination. And the catch-up is important because I feel like with Miami, they're still getting viewers. You can jump in at any season and enjoy it. Whereas with New Jersey, for example, you need an encyclopedia, the IRS regulations, and a map. Okay, so the main tent poles, 2 weddings, Adriana and Joanna. Now, Leah is furious at Adriana because she's having a wedding, but she's already married. She's been married for 5 years. She's lying about it. Yikes! Okay, so Adriana can downplay this all she likes. Her story is that they almost got married 5 years ago. They got a marriage license. They canceled the actual big church wedding. Now, nobody can blame her for wanting a big church wedding, particularly when there are reality cameras to capture it. Come on, irresistible. But guess what? It's been filed. They did a close-up on the marriage certificate. And for those of you who are not already married, let me break it down. Okay, step 1, you get a marriage license. And that is making sure that everybody's free and clear to get married. Nobody's currently married to anyone else. Dates of divorces, let's go. Step 2, you have a ceremony. A judge, a minister, somebody performs a ceremony. The bride signs it, the groom, the witnesses, and the officiant. They mail it in a self-addressed stamped envelope back to the courthouse. Step 3, the courthouse receives it. They file it, and now they issue a marriage certificate. And guess what? That's what we saw on screen. It said marriage certificate across the top. Now, the one question that I have is that in most states, the officiant is not allowed to file it unless a ceremony is performed. But Adriana says she doesn't know why Leah is so upset because Leah was her maid of honor first time around. Okay, I went and looked at my own marriage certificate. Guess what? The witnesses are listed. I think at the reunion they should make her produce that certificate to see if Leah was in fact at that first wedding. Make a note, Andy Cohen. Leah's screaming because Adriana's lying. Okay, so Leah was trying to help out poor single mom Adriana and buy her jewelry and buy her artwork and help her out. But Adriana's already married! Oh no! Well, let's table that for a minute. Joanna shows up to the car dealership. Her hubby produces a brand new car. Lovely gift. Bling number 2. Now bling number 3, everyone's suddenly at Miami Fashion Week, or is it a bridal expo? Not sure. I got confused, so I Googled. Well, Miami Fashion Week and the bridal expo happen in the same convention center at the same time, opposite ends. So did the ladies actually attend any fashion shows? Probably not, but it makes fantastic background for catty girl talk. Now, enter Lisa Hochstein, and you guys have to tell me what you think in the comments. I think that in all those confessional interviews, Lisa has her lines memorized. She's slick, she's polished, she's prepared, even if she wrote the lines herself. But in reality with the other ladies, she's a deer in the headlights. In interview, it's say something snarky, blah, blah, blah. In reality, it's, she's like a wind-up housewife to me. Anyway, the ladies mostly agree that if Adriana wants to have a big church wedding, more power to her. But whoa, trouble in paradise. Adriana and her husband or fiancé, Frederick, have a huge fight on a yacht. Bling number 4. I guess their cliffhanger is will they or won't they actually go through with this big church wedding? And I have to ask, in that case, what do you do? Do you get a divorce? Or do you just go on pretending you're not married, but you are? The rest of the premiere was more catch-up. Marisol's mother, Mama Elsa, has unfortunately suffered an awful injury and is recovering in the hospital. We do see in the coming attractions that she comes home, thank goodness, but also that maybe something else happens, so that's their cliffhanger. We also see exactly why Alexia stepped back to be recurring last season. Now she's back as a full housewife. Wow, both her sons had horrible setbacks, and as moms, we can all relate. One son did something awful and was arrested. He's trying to move on and live it down. The other son, horrible car accident, brain damage, surgeries. He's trying to recover. Oh my gosh, my heart was in my mouth. So what does she do? Something very smart. She brings in Mama Nancy, her mother, a psychiatrist who's been living in Spain the last 20 years. Fantastic. Not only can she help, but with Mama Elsa recovering and down for the count, Mama Nancy can step in. But I tell you what, those are huge designer stilettos to have to fill. That's a tall order. Will she do it? Well, there's a big finale toast at the end. I can't wait to see what happens next. Is Leah lying? Is Adriana a mooch? Will Joanna and Roman ever have sex again? I don't know. Let me know what you thought in the comments. For now, I am Alex McCord for TheStir.com, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.